Hi everyone, my name is Lara Machado. I'm from Brazil and I'm studying the MA Curating Contemporary Design at Kingston University. I think the greatest part about my Kingston experience was probably the range of different things that I could engage with. Because my course is quite dynamic, so I had lectures at the Design Museum. I had the possibility of visiting different museums, visiting different galleries. Also, the KSA has a partnership with Deutsche House Museum, which I went as well in a symposium, and they have the Stanley Picker Gallery. And also, I managed to engage with Kingston Hub, which is about volunteering and helping other people. So I'd say, yeah, definitely the range of things that I could engage with during my time there. I think what I'll miss the most about my time at Kingston is in a certain way what I'm already missing now, which is the contact with my classmates and the contact with my tutors, and just feeling like you have that university environment and the university support, because I quite enjoy the academic environment. I think my biggest challenge in terms of going to study at Kingston was definitely choosing where I wanted to live. Choosing the university in the first place was a bit challenging, choosing where I wanted to live, because my course involved many different locations around London. I think commuting to the university was a bit challenging as well. And just sort of knowing how to be a postgraduate student, because it's quite different from an undergrad experience, and knowing what is required of you and what sort of behavior you need to have as a master's student. You need to be quite independent. So yeah, I think that was the biggest challenge for me. Outside of my study time, I spent my time as an international student trying to engage with as many activities as I could. So I volunteered for Kingston Hub. I also volunteered at the Vagina Museum. I volunteered for So Far Sounds as well. I was always trying to meet with classmates and other friends. I was also trying to go to events at Kingston, trying to meet new people. I also did a French course to try to get as much out of my experience as I could, for sure. In terms of how I balance work, study, and social life, I tend to exaggerate a little bit. I'm a bit of an overachiever, so I had loads of part-time jobs and loads of volunteering, loads of social commitments as well. So I think in terms of trying to balance that out, I'd say definitely trying to prioritize and time manage. Trying to be smart about my time, and when I would do something, I would sit and I would do it. Like if it's my time to study, I would sit down and study and try to be as rational and as direct with it as possible. And when it would be my time to socialize, I would be there and socialize. I studied in my commuting a lot because I had a long commuting time. So I think in terms of trying to balance that, it's you need to be financially sustainable. So if you need to work, you need to work, but make sure that your studies come first in that sense. and try to be smart about your time and see where you can fit moments for everything. Like if you have a long commuting time, then maybe you can read a book, or you can listen to a podcast and study on the train, but just be mindful that you need to have a social life also, because that's important for your well-being. I loved being a student blogger, and I would definitely recommend anyone to do it, because as I was producing content for people to experience London and to experience Kingston, I was experiencing those things myself. So going to a market or to a museum, or I don't know, talking about fairs or lectures or volunteering work, I had to go through those experiences, and I was sharing my experiences in order to help other people, or to, you know, help them make the decision about studying at Kingston or not. So I feel like it was a very valuable way to spend my time and to enhance my own experience and help other people to enhance their experience as well. And in terms of flexibility, it's a quite flexible job to juggle with your studies, so it was quite good in that sense. I think the biggest lesson I'm taking away from this year is definitely that you need to surround yourself with people that are good for you and that you love and that you can trust, because you never know when you can help them or when they can help you, and you need to have that support system. That you need to let fate and serendipity act in your life as well. That you need to work hard, but also don't work too hard. And that it's important to make plans, but it's also important to understand that your plans might change and there's nothing you can do about that. And it's also about embracing possibilities and sort of going along with where your life takes you, but with a little bit of drive and good people around you. In terms of my plans for the future, I'm still deciding it, because of the pandemic, everything is so up in the air and uncertain that I still have loads of different possibilities that I could undertake, but it's still too soon to know what's gonna happen. But I'm considering taking some time off after the masters, because it was quite overwhelming at times, and like traveling a little bit if I can, or if I can secure a really good job that would be interesting as well in a museum or a cultural institution of some sort, depending on when they will reopen. And in a bit of a longer term, I'm also considering doing a PhD, but I think I might want to take a little bit of a break before that. How has Kingston helped me prepare for my future plans? I'd say it helped me in the sense of opening up my possibilities, because I engaged with a lot of different things during my masters. And of course it gave me theoretical knowledge that I didn't have prior to that, and it's gonna give me a higher degree than what I previously had, which is probably gonna help me in my future plans. Also, just the connections that I made. My course has quite good industry links, so I met loads of different people, especially because I'm studying under a Chilean scholarship, so I met loads of other different scholars, and I think my network is quite stronger in that sense. So yeah, I think in terms of future plans, it definitely helped me to broaden my perspective about what the future holds.